Welcome to Stage 7, cycling the EuroVelo 15 Rhine-Radweg as part of my ride from Italy to England. Another hot day in the saddle. A route of two halves, first negotiating the urban suburbs of Dusseldorf and Duisburg, and then into the countryside, crossing the Ruhr and the Rhine rivers several times, including bridges and ferries. The route 165 kilometres in total length, starting the day early at the Strandstrasse campsite. Good morning, everybody. What is it now? Day 7, I think. I'm losing track of time. I'm just south of Dusseldorf, and today I'm heading into Holland. Going into Dusseldorf. Today I'm heading towards Arnhem, overnight it there, and then from Arnhem to the Hook Holland to catch the overnight ferry. The sign says Duisburg is real. This was to be the last day in Germany as the EuroVelo 15 crosses the Ruhr River and heads northwest. The morning was spent navigating through Düsseldorf and Duisburg district metropolis. There were to be several other river crossings by bridge and boat, and historical reminders of previous crossing points, before eventually entering the flat countryside after about 60 kilometres. Just taking a quick stop here at the Wesel railway bridge. It was built in 1874. It used to be the largest or longest railway bridge in Germany up until 1927, and then it was destroyed by the Germans themselves during their retreat in 1945. The Wesel railway bridge on the Holland-Venlo railway measured 1,950 metres in length. It was the last bridge over the Rhine to remain in German hands until the 10th of March 1944, when it was blown up by the Wehrmacht in compliance with Hitler's scorched earth policy that became known as the Nero Decree. Next stop is Xanten. It's the only German town to begin with the letter X. I've come up from Arnhem, and here's another example of one of these very confusing junctions. I'm on the EuroVelo 15 and I've just come up from that way, but now I've got two choices, both signposted the EuroVelo 15. You know, it just does my nut. I've permanently had this, I had to keep stopping and checking all the time. I have been using this book, which has been sort of useful read, until my phone died, and now it's become essential. Looking at those signs, it looks like Millingham is where I want to head. My middle finger is there. Well, by the looks of it, I've got to catch a ferry. 7.5 kilometres. Well, that was obviously the wrong way, because it just stops. Watch out for the big boats. He's running the gauntlet on the River Rhine. Coming to the end of the day, I'm approaching Arnhem. Arnhem, of course, is famous for another military operation where the British airborne forces that were newly formed in the Second World War were tasked to secure some of the bridges over the Rhine and its tributaries out here, where it breaks up through the lowlands of Holland. And the British were tasked to take the bridge at Arnhem. There's a famous film called A Bridge Too Far. So today's ride has definitely been about the strategic necessity of bridges across the River Rhine. Right, so catch this ferry and about 12 more kilometres, hopefully get to my final campsite here in Holland. I've done 151 kilometres so far today, so it'll be banging on for 160 plus. Operation Market Garden was an Allied military operation during the Second World War, fought in the Netherlands. Its objective was to create a bridgehead over the River Rhine, and as I approached the bridge, I felt the history around me come alive. British paratroopers dropped onto the bridge at Arnhem on the 17th of September 1944. The 2nd Parachute Division was commanded by Lieutenant Colonel John Frost. Their action to capture and hold the bridge became futile as supplies and reinforcements were slow to reach the men. Eventually, after days of fighting, the unit had to withdraw in an attempt to meet up with the advancing Allies. The bridge was eventually destroyed by Allied bombing. The new bridge now holds the name John Frost Brugge, after the commander of 2 Para. Upon reaching my campsite that evening, that concluded Stage 7.